Hello, everyone. I'm Opie Clint. Welcome to Inner Peace Time. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, and also our senders from Kansas and Texas. So, hello again, everyone. Hello, Eric. Hi, PKC. Hello, Gume, our members in Texas and Kansas. Hello, Abel and Wendy and John. Thanks for joining here on Zoom. Also, hello, Julie on YouTube and everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch. Of course, if you're watching on Facebook, I am streaming to several pages at once. So if you don't see my face in the top corner, very likely I can't see your comment right now, but I'll always go back and reply, as many of you already know. So, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's been having a nice weekend so far. I'm in Canada. It's finally, all the snow finally melted a few days ago, and then it snowed again yesterday. So it's always been interesting here. But anyways, oh, hello Jay. Thanks for joining in here on Zoom. So for those of us who are here and brand new, meditation is actually quite simple. There's only two steps: relaxation and awareness. First, sit comfortably. You don't have to worry about trying to look perfect, okay? We meditate for inner peace, not Instagram, okay? We're not trying to take any pictures at the moment, all right? Instead, be comfortable. When you feel comfortable, you'll naturally stay still and look just fine. But remember, it really doesn't matter how you look. Be comfortable first. That's what's most important. Once you're comfortable, the next step is consciousness or focus. But it's a very light focus. It's not super intense or anything like that, okay? It's actually quite gentle and relaxing, like looking out at a scenic view. For example, as we meditate, I like to play a video background. Today, a waterfall. So, as we meditate, it's like when you're just looking out, enjoying nature, enjoying a view, okay? You don't have to focus in a way that's like trying to figure out every single little detail. That's too much focus. It's finding that balance of relaxation and awareness. This is why in my other classes, that is the homework. Our homework for every day to have relaxation and awareness in everything we do to help us practice that balance. That way, when it comes time to meditate, we're able to find our balance a lot easier, a lot quicker. But and no matter how long you've been practicing, how much experience you had, still take your time, take it easy. You don't have to force, you don't have to push, and especially no expectation. Okay? When you're brand new to meditation, expectation is very obvious. It's like the Amazon box in front of your house. Everyone can tell you're trying too hard. But when you start to become a regular meditator, your expectation is more like a tripwire. Sometimes you don't realize it until you're already on the floor. Sometimes you're on the floor, you don't realize you're on the floor. So the thing is, starting to realize, oh, I'm having too much expectation. I'm trying too hard. I'm trying to make something happen. You have to let go of that. Take it slow, take it easy. Enjoy, not endure. Okay? So, as we practice together, really take your time, take it easy. I'll guide you through the meditation. And as we meditate, if you do have any questions or wonders, feel free to type into the chat or into the comments, and then we'll talk about it afterward. Okay? So, for now, let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. And once you are ready, you can return to normal breathing. Relaxation is a very important first step. Please don't overlook it. It's not a waste of time. It's not being lazy. It's allowing your body to be ready, to prepare. As once your body is nice and comfortable, you're able to sit longer, comfortably. The old way of teaching meditation was sit still, don't move. It's not wrong, but we perceive it differently than people back then. Back then, people were already very naturally comfortable. They didn't rush to do anything. They took their time. They were already quite relaxed. So they simply sat still, comfortably, without needing to be told to be comfortable. But nowadays, when we hear sit still, don't move, we almost automatically start to tense up. That's not one of the steps. Our master, realizing we're doing this, he reminds us all to start with relaxation. Be comfortable. Because once you're comfortable, your body will naturally stay still. You don't have to try to sit still. You don't have to force. Just make adjustments. Be comfortable. When you're comfortable, you'll naturally stay still. But also, any time throughout the entire session, if you feel some discomfort and you feel the need to adjust, feel free to do so. It is okay to move. So don't feel like you're doing something wrong. Those minor adjustments can be the difference between enduring and enjoying. So take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. Once your body starts to feel nice and comfortable, or at least comfortable enough, we move on to the next step, consciousness or focus. But it's a light focus. It's not too intense, not too intense. It's light and gentle. What we do is visualize or imagine your meditation object or image. Whatever object or image feels comfortable to you. I recommend the full moon because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. But your meditation object can be anything at all, whatever feels easy and comfortable to you. It needs to be easy and comfortable, because if we try to make it difficult, it actually feels more difficult to do anything. Our mind needs a break. It needs the rest. So something comfortable, pleasant, relaxing. And it really doesn't matter what you start with. It doesn't need to be a crystal ball. It doesn't need to be a full moon. When I was a teenager, my meditation object was a Lamborghini, a very detailed car. It helped keep my teenage mind comfortable, relaxed, enjoying the focus. And I remembered all the details, from all the little extra details from outside, the details inside. It helped me keep my focus on that one very detailed thing. And as my teenage mind became more calm, my object changed to simply car, more general, not very specific. Eventually, wheel, until what I like to use today, the crystal ball or the full moon. So our object or image really can be anything. It's just what happened to work for us at that moment. Every one of us is very unique. We don't have to take the exact same path as others. But take your time noticing what works, what doesn't. It will help you in your journey. And a nice rule of thumb is if you feel comfortable, you're going the right direction. Or at least, as long as you still feel comfortable. Because as we meditate more and more, there are usually two directions we tend to move toward. Either we have too much relaxation or too much awareness. For example, if you have too much relaxation, you tend to fall asleep during meditation. You're so relaxed that the awareness kind of disappears. So we slip into a little nap. Now, sleeping is not a problem in meditation, but sometimes snoring can be an unintentional distraction. So, when you realize or when you come back from your little nap, don't feel bad, it's okay. You're actually at a great spot at that moment. That line between awake and asleep. And just try to keep yourself aware at that moment and continue meditation. But if you're feeling sleepy, to balance, we need more awareness. It can be done by visualizing your object, reciting the mantra, or if you really need to, you can open your eyes for a little while. That's also why I have a video background. It's for this purpose. Something nice to look at, to help us release, relax, and when we're ready, come back to a meditation. And then there's those who are trying too hard, too much focus. If you focus too intently, too strongly, what happens is discomfort. And when there's discomfort, it's difficult to move forward. It's like you're pulling up an extra wall that didn't need to be there. If you realize you're starting to do this, add relaxation. Just go back to the body scan, taking a few deep breaths. They can be helpful. Or if you really need to, open your eyes, take a break, look at something else for a while. And when you're ready, you can gently close your eyes and continue. Make adjustments. You don't have to be perfect right away. I've been meditating for over 25 years. I still make adjustments. Also, a little secret, even masters still make adjustments, but they do it so rarely and very, very gently we usually don't notice it. So take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. And even during those times our mind begins to quiet down. Sometimes our mind starts to wander again. Do not be frustrated or annoyed. You are normal. It is the nature of the mind. It likes to wander. So what we do is gently bring our mind back to your center, back to your object. Think of your mind like a child, a young toddler, just learning how to walk. Sometimes our little baby goes to places we feel is okay, and sometimes it goes to places we don't want it to be. So what we do is gently bring them back to the safe space. We don't scold the baby. We don't yell or get mad at it. We are forgiving, caring. Our mind is very similar. So don't be so hard on yourself. We may look in the mirror and see an adult, but our mind is actually closer to a child, still just playing around, loves to wander. So be forgiving, be caring to your mind, as your mind is part of you after all. Don't be so hard on yourself. Take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. Mo. Now, let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Remember, take your time, relax your body, relax your mind as we continue our practice. Just go back to the basics. Allow your body to release and relax. Allow your mind to be comfortable and still. When everything's balanced just right, everything will fall into place. You don't have to force or push. Just take your time. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean, and bright. And at the center of your object, there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our body, filling our body with light. And let this light shine out from you, filling the room. And let this light spread far and wide, filling the city, filling the state or province, filling the country and the surrounding country, until filling the entire world and out throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Sappe Buddha Parapata Pacheka Nanjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Jinarakam Pantami Sapaso Sapabuddhanupavena Sapadhammanupavena Sapasanghanupavena Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. Now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? take a moment to notice how you feel right now, now that we finished the meditation. As every time we meditate, it's either a good session or an almost good session. There are no bad sessions. Because the days that you feel very good, great, try and do it again. The days that were a bit challenging, that's okay. Now you know what we can work on or what to stay away from. We'll always be working on it to get better and better. This is why we practice regularly, as I do hope you all practice at least once a day. A little bit a day goes a long way, alright? You don't have to be sitting for hours and hours, but having a little bit every day can be very helpful. In fact, even today, did today feel very short, about the same, or very long? Have that question for yourself. If it felt very long, that's okay. It just felt long. If it felt short, that's also okay. As sometimes it's also a good way to see how you're doing. Today we meditated for a little over 40 minutes. So if it felt short and was actually 40 minutes, well done. If it felt kind of long, that's okay. Maybe it's your first time doing 40 minutes. Or you had a lot on your mind. Always making adjustments. We're trying to see what works for us. Sometimes it could be our sitting position, how our mind is focusing. There are many different things, many factors. Even the temperature in the room can be a factor. So always notice the little things, but make note of them after you finish. During meditation, try not to make too many notes. You're going to start thinking instead. As when we meditate, we want to let go of it all. So before we go into questions and comments, I see a few on YouTube already. Some words of wisdom from my master, Lompato Mashio. For today, it is problem solved, is the word that he has. And our master says, when you have a problem, start from a tiny spot, which is our own mind. Let it be empty, free, fresh, sabai, and focused. For those who follow this channel, they know sabai is a Thai word. It means relax, let it go, take it easy. Okay? So you have to take it very small, start from a tiny spot, your own mind. Let it be empty, free, fresh, sabai, and focused. Because when that happens, the problem will gradually be solved. We will be shown the way to fix it, step by step. Why he says this? Because when our mind is still, it's calm, it's peaceful, wisdom arises naturally. Oh, I have a picture of my master here today. This is my master, Lompato Mashio. Believe it or not, that's a picture of him when he was 72. He looks so young. See, we have to meditate. It helps you look younger. But anyways, the main thing here is when you take that time to still your mind before it, it gives your mind clarity to see a better path. It's like, suppose this is the problem, and most of us tend to do this. We tend to put the whole problem in our face. All we see is problem. We can't see anything else. And what happens? We're overwhelmed. We feel like there's no way we can do it. Our master tells us, take a step back. Still your mind. Be calm. Be at ease. It makes it so you're away from the problem, and now you see the whole problem. Not only that, you start to see a solution. You find a way because your mind's more clear, able to see it now. So this is how we can do it. Also, our master says most of our everyday problems are like a strand of hair blocking the view of a mountain. Think about that, a strand of hair blocking the view of an entire mountain. Crazy. But that's the thing, we tend to focus so much on the problem that we don't see the answers right there. So calm your mind as best you can. It will be very beneficial. So, like the homework I like to give, whatever you're doing, have relaxation and awareness. A great way to help us practice that balance. Okay, so now I open the floor to you all, but there is a question on YouTube, so let's start with that one. Oh, and let me say hi to who came in here. Oh, all right, there we go. Oh, hello, Andrew. Thanks for joining on Facebook, and hello, Hakuzo, and Josh on YouTube. And so Hakuzo has a question. He says, "Is there any foods that can aid when you meditate, like a nice tea or something before you start?" Okay, when it comes to food and beverage or something like that, uh, you have to look at, like, for example, coffee. Coffee can be both good and bad. Why? Depends on how you react to coffee. It's different for everyone. So in general, we usually say stay away from coffee or caffeine in general because sometimes for some people, coffee and caffeine tends to pump your blood. You kind of feel energized. So when you're trying to meditate, you suddenly feel your heartbeat. So if that happens to you, that might not be a good choice for you. But for some people, coffee feels very calming, relaxing. Totally different effect. In that case, yeah, go for it. That's fine. So see what the food or thing does to you. In general, an empty stomach tends to be better, meaning like if you're gonna have a meal afterward, tends to be better. Because if you have a very big meal before meditation, we all fall asleep almost always. As it's always the funny thing when we have a meditation retreat. The meditation session right after lunch is always as it happens because sometimes we have a bit much and then forget. So tends to be better that way. But like I said, food and drink, it depends on the person. If you like to drink tea and it feels comfortable to you, that's a good thing to try. It pretty much if it feels like something you would like to incorporate into your meditation. For example, let's say the tea feels nice to you, it feels warm, comforting, you feel at ease. Sure, have some tea before meditation. But if you drink it like, I'm just drinking it just because it's supposed to be healthy for me, I don't really like it. Don't drink the tea. Okay, it's not going to help you meditation. In general, when we meditate, we do what we can to make the best possible environment for us. Why some people have a meditation room or a meditation space that or a meditation mat that they have that they like to use. Because when they get to that spot, they feel, this is my spot. I feel good. The funny thing is, because I've been online and teaching like this, now my chair in my bedroom, like where I am right now, this is a green screen. I'm not outside. This is now my favorite spot to meditate, to sit on this chair and just be here in front of the screen. So it adjusts from person to person. Do our best. Uh, because I'm not in the meditation hall that I'm usually at, I have a meditation mat that my friend gave me. It's just a wedge. That's all it is. It's like a soft wedge. I'll show you next week. This week I'm not in the meditation hall, so because that's all it is. That's all it is that I like to use for a meditation mat, and it works for me. So adjust to yourself. Okay. Any other questions or wonders? As I hear some people have some questions in Kansas. Go ahead, turn on your mic. Oh wait, did I? Yeah, I allowed microphones. Yeah. Sabai sabai. Or no, the thing is, I'm here online. Everyone here, as you can see, or you can see everyone's here. Oh, okay, no problem. I thought someone had a question. As you're always welcome to ask anything. I'm always happy to help you all out. As we're going through a lot of this. It can be quite interesting. We can have a very interesting experience inside and go, did that really happen? As some experiences can be quite weird, but they're actually okay. Oh, I think someone has a question. So let's see if they unmute first. Okay. Hello.
Hi, I'm Amanda. This is my first time to meditation,
Welcome, Amanda.
and I'm in search of learning how to detach from people and things to bring me my happiness. So
Ah,
I have recently learned an on idea that I find peace and joy when other people feel peace and joy, and not just within myself. And so I'm here today on a journey to learn how to detach from anything that's not within me, that's been gifted to me, to just find pureness within myself, to not need anything else.
okay. Well, that's a good view. Thank you, Amanda. So to learn to let's see, I guess you could say let go or detach from other people who sometimes tend to be causing us to lose some peace. Let's start like that. So, what I would do is start off with learning to try to let go. It's a lot easier said than done. What I would do, how I like to explain it is, for example, when we forgive someone, to forgive them, it starts off as forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. Okay? This is an example. When you forgive them, You're making it so that you are no longer feeling this discomfort anymore, this unhappy feeling. And then you turn this unhappy feeling into just simply fact. It's information now. Because it already happened, you can't erase it. When they say forgive and forget, you don't really forget. No one ever actually forgets. We just pretend like we do. In reality, you forgive and you learn from it. So once you forgive, it becomes information to leave in the past. We don't have to hold on to it. So once it's in the past, it's just like you were able to reference it and go, oh, okay, this is something that has happened. It may happen again. I'll be careful, but it might not, because the past is the past. Present is the present. Can it happen? There's a chance, but doesn't necessarily mean it will. So it's just starting to. That's how we start to detach from the feelings first. When you're able to do that, you're starting to let go to a degree already, and then it helps us start to move forward, able to stay in the present and enjoy what's going on now. Because the past tend, especially regrets and pain from the past, tend to pull away our contentment, and that's the thing we want to have. Contentment is to have that feeling of peace and happiness at the moment. It doesn't need to be amazing happiness. It's more, I'm doing okay. I feel okay. This is this is all right. I'm pretty happy. Like I'm pretty okay. If you're at the okay stage, not bad. And then when you said that you would feel happiness or joy for other people's happiness and joy, that's a good thing. In Buddhism, we call it mudita. It's sympathetic joy, or your joy is for other people's goodness, other people's uh, achievements, because it's definitely better than being jealous. Jealousy doesn't help, right? But being able to say, "Wow, I'm happy for you," that's a great thing. You're happy that they're able to get what they need or what they have achieved. That's a good thing. It only helps inspire us to move forward. So as we're practicing, that's how it is. It's just trying to find our contentment, trying to find our peace, and even detachment of loved ones. In Buddhism, we do talk about attachment and how to we had to separate, but people misunderstand detachment with what is it called? Like being cold, and like I have no love, I have no this and that. That's not quite it. For example, I am a monk now for 17 years. My goodness, 16 years actually, and I I love my parents. I'm a mama's boy. Everyone's like I'm very close to my mom, but I know that if something happens, I have been practicing meditation. I've been practicing and understanding reality. When it's time that she will go, when my parents will go, I will understand this is reality. There's life, there's death, there's the beginning of life, there's the end of it. It will happen. What do I want it to happen? Not really, but at the same time, I know this is part of reality. So when it happens, I think because it hasn't happened yet, I think I will be able to I'll be able to grieve in a more peaceful way, where I'll be able to, I think I'll still be able to keep my calm and be able to generate a lot of good energy to send to her, send to my parents, instead of being so down that I can't do anything. This is the this is the downside to the attachment. No matter what, we have this strong attachment to people. Like attachment to your parents, your kids. You're definitely gonna have that strong attachment because you're so close. How I like to think of it is it's like you have your notebook and you have perforated pages. So you're not tearing it out, but it's ready so that it can be cleanly cut off. And by cleanly cutting it off, it's not that you have no love or no care for it, but it's more I understand this is how it's going to be, so I'm able to let go a little bit easier because I've been practicing. And this is how I see detachment. It's not that you will not love. It's not that you will not have other human emotions. We are still human. We're going to have emotions, but will we be letting our emotions take over so that we will be only grieving or overly joyed or overly angry, etc. The meditation helps us find a balance so we can still find some calm even when there's ups and downs in life. Instead of going woo up and down like this, it'll be more like a gentle bump. You're still going to feel because we're human, we're going to feel it, but then because we're able to calm our mind with practice, because you're able to calm your mind, you'll be able to choose how you react. being able to have that choice, how will you react to it? Are you able to keep a bit more calm? But because we're human, yeah, we're still going to need to grieve, but we can do it in a way that's more, that's, I guess you could, sounds weird, but to be more productive, or really to continue to be ourselves but not bring down everything. At the same time, you can still be angry but go, that wasn't good, but that doesn't matter right now. Let's get back to what I'm doing here. You know, it's also great because then you don't, especially with anger, you don't unintentionally take that anger and throw it at someone you love, because we tend to do that. Because when you're comfortable with someone, they tend to take all of our emotions, which is unfortunate. Sometimes we unintentionally just start yelling at someone who we love, and they had nothing to do with why you're mad. So this is just an example. So that's why in our practices, learning first to get our mind to get that calm, get centered. When you're more centered, you're able to let go a lot easier. It's easier to forgive and then allow us to turn it into just simply fact to move forward. And then, as we do it more and more, it becomes more of our characteristic to still enjoy life. You'll still enjoy life. You're not going to be dull, but you'll still enjoy life, but it won't be, things that aren't great will not affect you as much, because you'll see it as, okay, that happened. That's a new experience. I didn't really like it, but it's already done. Whatever. And then move forward. I hope that helped. Okay. Any other questions or wonders? Anyone here on Zoom? No? Okay. So bye, so bye. Then, as always, like to give you all a blessing before we go. So may you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling. Let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, see you guys next time. For those on Zoom, feel free to stay longer if you'd like to chat. Take care, everyone.